Okay, this is just a quick look at my two Chinese elms. This is the Cascade one. I'm just showing you how it's grown out. This continues to grow, thicken up, and we're just going to let it keep growing and thickening up. This is all budded, come back out again and starting to shoot out. I don't think the wire's digging in yet. Now the wire's good, so we'll leave the wire on for longer. But it's grown out pretty good. I am going to just get a couple things off. This is grown out a lot. I don't need it that long. So, for the sake of ramification, we're just going to chop that back there. We are going to cut this one off because it's just grown since last time. Maybe like a few weeks since I wired this up and chopped it back, and it's already put out new shoots. And in the shoots we don't need, there's no reason to keep. I didn't want anything up here, and it back budded again. We had a lot of back budding last time here, so just get rid of those. This shoot's long, so I think I'll get rid of it. That's all. We're not really going to do a ton of work. Neither one of them. I'm just more or less showing you them. Rotate it around. These two branches are staying to help thicken the base up. They're sacrificial. And there, the front. And here's the one with the thread graft. This branch, both branches have budded out. I mean, they're doing great. They're successful. This one is not quite as vigorous as this one. And I think the reason is because I kept these two branches back here. Now that these worked, I'm going to get these branches off. So we're not sending, the vigor is not going to them and the end. It'll help, it hopefully should help the end grow a little more. I'll take this little branch out. You can also take a lot of these leaves off, which will help with backbone again. Cut some of these, but I'll try to get them close. Hopefully get some of the buds. I'm just going to take some of them out. You don't need all those in the back. They're just adding more vigor to the back of the branch that you don't really need. I mean, I could rip them all, take them all off, but I'm not going to. I'd prefer to not, if something happens, to be able to grow off of one of these again if I have to. This one, the end of it died, the last thing, so I will cut that back to this bud, this sprout, and that'll be the end of it. Now, these branches will probably go, so I'm going to now take this off so it's just out of the way of this branch. It's not interfering, because these branches will most likely go, these will most likely work, so I'm not as worried about keeping everything on these as I was. I'm still going to keep them in case something happens, but the chances are nothing, most likely these should work. Now I do see something on this branch, this one. If you look, in the future I'm going to have to spin the branch, twist the branch. I got it a little crooked. I thought I had it straighter. I was trying to put them in as straight as this. Even this one got a little crooked. This one will need a little bit of twist. But it's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of a twist and some wire. So this I'm just going to keep growing out, letting this grow, because I need this part to thicken up more to this part, and I just need this branch to thicken up, period, because it's a lower branch. And remember, this is going to be the front. This is going to be the new front of the tree. This is going, this is going, this is going. This is replaced with this, which is the same branch, and then this is replacing this, and then this just I don't need. But like I said, I have to keep them until we have success on this, which I'm gonna probably leave it a good year. At least it needs at least a year or two. Clean this up. Clean this tip off that I left before. And we're just going to let this grow. We are not going to even touch these two branches for trimming really until at least next year. We're just going to let this grow. This we're probably going to let grow most of the summer, maybe longer. Probably trim it back at the end of the summer just to make it easier on storage. But I'm glad to see that the top has not done, it's budding out, but it took a long time for it to bud out, which is I'm quite happy with. The top will most trees are apex dominant, so they will tend to grow on the top better than the bottom. So I'm happy that I've slowed the top down for now, and that this and these are growing better. This I'm going to actually trim back because I don't need this growing out, because it's stuff that's most likely going to go. Why let vigor grow? Let the vigor into this. This I'm still hoping to get. Yeah, we got a bud. I'm going to actually take this. I'm going to take the bud on this leaf off to give that bud more light, because I'm thinking, if you remembered, I was talking about this branch is a little farther back than it needs to be. I don't like the shape of it. This branch would work better, but we got to strengthen that branch up a lot and get it to grow, and hopefully this bud will grow out and that'll be the new branch, and then I can cut this off. So really, except for the, let's see, I lost most of this branch. We're going to probably lose these two branches eventually. Hopefully this branch will go. So none of the lower branches are surviving. This was here when I started, so this would be about the only part that's original. This stuff on the top is new. This was here. But we're going to lose this tree. Basically, I'm rebuilding this tree from the ground up, really. So, there it is. I'll rotate it again. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you next time.